Society lied to you. They tell you your 20s are the time to take massive risks, to fail fast, and to figure it out as you go. That is a toxic myth sold by people who already have a safety net. The brutal truth? Your 20s are actually a financial minefield. This is the decade where your brain is fully developed, but your bank account is totally exposed. All it takes is one ego-driven swipe, one delusional investment, or falling for one perfectly engineered psychological trap, and you will be spending your entire 30s paying off the ghost of your 20s. I have watched brilliant, ambitious people sabotage their entire financial trajectory before they even hit 25, not because they weren't working hard, but because they were bleeding capital through invisible leaks. I made some of these exact mistakes, and they cost me hundreds of thousands of dollars in lost compounding interest. If you want to actually build wealth instead of just looking like you have it, you need to systematically eliminate these 7 wealth-destroying traps. Number 1 is the productivity tax. This sounds completely backwards, but budgeting on your core tools will bankrupt your output. There is a toxic hustle culture myth that you should bootstrap everything. So in my early 20s, trying to run my first digital agency, I bought a refurbished, bottom-tier laptop to save $500. I thought I was being a financial genius. Instead, that machine crashed during a live screen share pitch to a 5-figure client. I lost the deal instantly. The lag, the crashes, and the daily frustration probably cost me thousands of hours over a year. Buy cheap, pay exponentially. Your primary environment, whether that's your laptop, your mattress, or your office chair, is an extension of your biological hardware. If you buy the cheapest tool on the market, it will fail its primary mission, giving you leverage. I no longer look at the price tag of my core equipment. I calculate the hourly return on investment. If a $2,000 machine saves me 1 hour a day, it pays for itself in a month. Number 2 is the Discord mastermind illusion. People think only boomers fall for scams, but the internet has weaponized your ambition. I've watched hyper-intelligent guys get drained by schemes promising the world on a digital platter. Back in the day, it was late-night infomercials selling real estate VHS tapes. Today, it's a 22-year-old on Twitter selling a $2,000 entry ticket to an AI automation agency private Discord server. When I first started out, I fell for the beta version of this. I bought into a massive digital bundle because the countdown timer was flashing red and the sales copy hit every single one of my insecurities about being broke. I panicked, swiped my card, and got access to absolutely nothing. It was regurgitated YouTube tutorials wrapped in a slick UI. This is a classic sales funnel. They don't want to make you rich, they want to make you their recurring revenue. The tactic never changes. They sell you the dream, trigger FOMO with artificial scarcity, and bypass your rational brain. If the method actually printed money, they wouldn't be charging you a monthly fee to learn it. Number 3 is aesthetic debt. The modern version of buying designer clothes to impress people at a club is financing an entire lifestyle to look successful on Instagram. I fell into this trap when I wanted to build the ultimate entrepreneur workspace for my apartment. I wanted the Herman Miller chair, the ultra-wide monitors, the LED lighting. I didn't have the cash, but the checkout page offered a buy now, pay later option. 0 friction, $1,000 limit instantly. I maxed it out, thinking I'd pay it off with my next client. I didn't read the fine print on the deferred interest. A year later, I was making the minimum payments and realized I hadn't touched the principal. I was just feeding the interest engine. Never finance your aesthetic. Companies have designed these microcredit systems to trap you in a perpetual cycle of payments, turning your desire for status into their predictable cash flow. If you can't buy it twice in cash, you cannot afford it. Number 4 is exit liquidity, also known as following influencer signals. There is always a guru on a timeline claiming they've found the next 100 times crypto gem or the perfect options play. Listen to me very carefully. Even a broken clock is right twice a day, and if you throw enough darts blindfolded, you'll eventually hit the board. During the last massive bull run, I joined a premium signal group. The very first trade I copied from them 3x'd my money in a day. The dopamine hit was lethal. I was hooked. I went heavy into the next guaranteed tip they posted. It plummeted 80% in 48 hours. I was devastated. Here is the dark secret of the signal industry. You are not getting exclusive alpha. By the time the guru posts the tip to their followers, they have already bought in. They need you to buy, so the price pumps, allowing them to cash out. You are literally their exit liquidity. The tipster gets paid regardless. If you want to trade, build your own thesis. Actually, the only time you should let someone else hand you a stock is when a legitimate brokerage literally gives you a free one for signing up, which you can claim using the platform links I've dropped below. Number 5 is gamified leverage. Betting has evolved. It's no longer just horse racing or shady casinos. It's literally sitting in your pocket, disguised as a sleek investing app. I learnt this the hard way with day trading. A buddy convinced me that trading zero-day options was printing free money. I put $500 into a trade without understanding the Greeks or the volatility. I lost it in 10 minutes. My ego was bruised, so like a textbook degenerate, I revenge traded. I doubled down to $1,000 to win it back. Wiped out again. Then I dropped $4,000 on a sure thing because the app made the interface feel like a video game. Confetti literally popped on the screen right before my portfolio vaporized. I was sick to my stomach. Apps today are engineered by casino psychologists. They give you a free taste, hook you on the UI, and let you play with leverage that can ruin your life in a single afternoon. If you are going to put money into high-risk plays, you need an unbreakable system. Set a hard budget, and the millisecond it hits zero, the app gets deleted. Number 6 is predatory optimization. When you are burnt out, stressed, or physically exhausted from grinding, you become the perfect target for the biohacking and high-ticket coaching industry. Years ago, I hit a wall. Brain fog, terrible sleep, zero energy. Instead of just fixing my diet and putting my phone away at night, I was targeted by an aggressive, high-performance coach. When you are desperate to feel normal again, you will pay anything. He diagnosed me with problems I didn't even know I had and locked me into a $5,000 6-month mindset and bio-optimization protocol. It was a glorified accountability group where he just told me to drink water and journal. I couldn't get out of the contract. He was a businessman milking my vulnerability. Whenever you are in pain, physical or mental, never buy the first solution pitched to you. Step back, get a second opinion, and realize that most optimization is just basic health packaged in a premium subscription. Number 7 is over-engineered solutions for problems you don't have yet. With the explosion of SaaS products and AI tools, it is incredibly easy to buy a massive software stack for a business that has 0 customers. Back when I was scaling, a smooth-talking rep convinced me that to be a real agency, I needed a $10,000 enterprise CRM and automation suite. He sold me the vision of fully automated pipelines. It sounded incredible, but it was entirely the wrong tool for my phase of business. It generated 0 revenue, required a developer to maintain, and was totally useless. But because I had already spent the money, the sunk cost fallacy kicked in. I kept paying monthly maintenance fees just to justify the initial purchase. The massive takeaway here is to implement the 7-day rule. When someone pitches you a business expense, a tool, or a massive purchase, force a 7-day cooling-off period. It completely breaks the emotional sales cycle, kills impulse buying, and gives your rational brain time to audit the actual ROI. Your 20s are the foundational code for the rest of your life. Every dollar you protect now is a soldier that will capture territory for you in your 30s and 40s. $1,000 saved from a stupid aesthetic purchase today is the seed capital for a multi-million-dollar exit a decade from now. Remember, a mistake is only a disaster if you don't extract the data from it. But it becomes a fatal error if you repeat it twice. You now have the blueprint to avoid the traps that keep 99% of people broke. But defense is only half the game. To learn exactly how to deploy the capital you're now saving, you need to understand the offensive strategies I break down every single week. Hit the subscribe button right now to hardwire your brain for wealth and use the links down below to claim your free portfolio starters. I'll see you in the next one.